attraction, spiritual law. Whatever we think about, what's ever on our mind all the time, we're just going to attract more of that to our life, whether it's good or bad. So many times we focus on and think about what we don't want, but we still thinking about it. We still plant those seeds, and we're going to attract more of what we don't want. And so we got to think about what we're thinking about and try to keep your mind on what you do want. Man, Jesus said in the Bible, bro, as a man thinketh, so is he. In our life, our habits ain't nothing but a sum total of our thoughts. So however we feeling or where we at in life is just a sum total of what we thinking about, just attracting our thoughts for real. It's a powerful. One word could change somebody's life, whether for the good or the bad. One positive word could uplift somebody that was ready to quit. And one negative word could tear down someone before they even get started on their road to greatness. One word could heal. One word could wound. And so we got to understand that life and death is in the power of the tongue, for real. Once they stop listening, stop talking. Once they stop listening, stop talking, especially when you speaking from experience and they talking about some shit that they think. That shit will drain you, man. You trying to prove a point to somebody who don't want a point, prove it to them. They want to argue. They just want to waste your time. They just want to start a petty quarrel about something that's deep in your heart. It's a real issue to you. Some shit you done live, some shit you done study, and they talking about some shit they think. And so once it get to that point, man, just leave the conversation alone. For real, it's a waste of time. Learn something great from anybody. But a lot of times we'll reject a message because we don't like the messenger. We will reject a powerful, life-changing message that could take our life to a whole nother level just because that person do something we don't like or that person do something we disagree with. And on the other hand, we will embrace a message wholeheartedly and believe some bullshit just because we like who the message is coming from. And so a lot of times, man, don't be so focused on the messenger, but pay attention to the message for real. Sit there and overthink. We sit there and analyze every situation so hard that it paralyzes, and we never even get started. And then we start blaming. It's therefore no support. And the whole time, we never even got started. Or if we did get started, we was tiptoeing, going half-ass, sitting there overthinking. And overthinking is a thief. Overthinking is the biggest dream killer, for real. We gotta be careful what we look down on, what we snub our nose to, what we so quick to criticize, and we don't see things from the other perspective. And how does life work? We had to go through that same thing that we snubbed our nose to, that we threw stones against. And we had to go through that same thing just so it could humble us, just so we could see it from a whole nother perspective. So we could save ourselves a whole bunch of pain, a whole bunch of embarrassment, if we just humble ourselves and not always give our opinions, not always throwing stones or always criticizing some stuff we haven't experienced, talking about what we wouldn't do. And you don't know what you would do a lot of times until you go through that stuff, for real. A lot of times doors get closed. Doors get closed, and that's God closing them doors. Because our thinking was too small. And we think everything we want is behind that door. And God has to close that door. You had to face that rejection just so you could know that is not my path. And that closed door, a lot of times will lead you to your right path of your real purpose, for real. New devil. That is real. New level, new devil. To go to the next level of our life, we have to pass the test of where we at. It's like school. To get to the 3rd grade, you got to pass the test on the 2nd grade. So when we at this level, we get tested. Somebody might say something crazy to us, and every time we go off and lose our cool, or every time we quit something that was hard and walk away, that means we failed that test. We still at that level. And you can run, you can move, you can go anywhere, and you're gonna be walking around on that same level, just in different places. You could get 5 years older, but you're still gonna be on that same level if you don't pass that test at that level. And once you pass that test, when whatever they doing ain't bothering you no more, or once it get hard, you don't quit, you go to a whole nother level of your life. And on that next level, it's a new devil. It's gonna get harder.